So we're here at Cisco Live Barcelona 2020, and we're going to continue talking small business. So to help us do that, I'm thrilled to be joined here by Sarah Eccleston. Sarah, you're the Managing Director and Global CTO for our commercial and small business segment.
That's right.
And Mark Monday, so you're the Global Head of Small Business for Cisco. So welcome both, how are you doing?
Thank you, we're good.
Yeah, great to be here. Hi.
Is this your first Cisco Live?
No, I've been at Cisco quite a while, so no, this isn't my first one. You?
Yeah, I'm a newbie. For me, it's my first one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well,
I'm
welcome.
excited to be here.
It's very exciting, and I've heard a lot of buzz going on already about small business.
Right.
So, Mark, we keep hearing that small business is very big business for Cisco, and actually it takes up half of the world's global GDP, right? So, how are we showing Cisco's commitment to the small business market here?
Yeah, I mean, so beyond half of the global GDP, it employs about 2/3 of all the employees in the world. So what we're doing today is we're really focused on loads of small business sessions. We have an amazing booth in the World's Showcase. It's an escape room. It gives you an opportunity to experience our technology in a bunch of different ways. It's incredibly interactive and exciting. I highly encourage people to come and visit.
And I actually had to go at that small business escape room just now, won myself a Meraki Go point. So if you haven't been already, you definitely need to really check. We did. We did it as a team. Okay, so small business tends to be concerned a lot about complexity, about implementation, and sometimes Cisco can be seen as quite big to actually work with some of these companies. So how is Cisco responding to this?
Well, there's virtue in big. I mean, the reality is we are a big company, but we deliver excellent support. We deliver excellent support, we deliver excellent warranty, and we have technology that can fit any need. And the mission for us is to meet the customer where they are with the technology that they need for that day. And yeah, we can be complex, and that's great for big companies, but we can also be small for small companies.
And I think from a technical perspective, we do quite a lot in this area. So for a portfolio, a product to make it into the Cisco Design small business portfolio, it has to be simple, and kind of almost simple enough sometimes that even my mother can do it. And you saw that in the presentation, right? Even my mother could have installed that wireless access point. So we do things in order to make it simple to buy, simple to manage, simple to install. So that gives you the Meraki dashboard. The whole ethos of Meraki is, simplicity.
Yeah.
Meraki Go, even easier. We're launching a mobile app at Cisco Live in Melbourne, which I talked about, which is to manage the Cisco wireless access points for Cisco Business. The Intersite GUI is really simple and a really lovely GUI to manage your compute and your HyperFlex estate. So we try and really enable anyone, no matter how much or how little IT expertise they have, to deploy our systems in a really simple way, as well as buy them simply. We're increasing our e-commerce so that people can buy them really easily. The support, we give 24/7 support. We have various local languages. So we really try and make it as easy as possible for people to buy, to support, to use, and to install and configure themselves, even if they're not an IT guru.
Well, you have me sold already. So I've heard a lot about Cisco Design for Business. I've seen at internal, external events, really exciting. So what does it take to make the cut into this portfolio? What is it that's special about it?
How do you get there? So of course at Cisco we've got an enormous portfolio,
Yes.
and it's a fantastic portfolio, but we curate that to Cisco Design. So what do you have to do to be in Cisco Design? Well, you've got to be, again, easy to buy. So we look at e-commerce platforms and simple ways of buying, and also simple to buy through our partner landscape. So easy to buy, again, easy to install, easy to manage. It has to have the right feature set, not too complex. A feature set, we have products that are fantastic for larger customers, or products that are fantastic if you happen to have a chief security officer, to look at your security network as a holistic view. But if you're a smaller business, you don't need that level of feature set, and that feature set comes at a price. So it's about giving it the right feature set, and only the feature set that's needed at the right price, and then making it really easy to buy, easy to manage, easy to support. And if it's all of those things, then it can go into the Cisco Design portfolio, as well as, is it something that a small business needs? Does a small business need tetration from Cisco? Probably not. Does it need Cloud Center? Probably not. Do they have the IT skill set to deploy DNA Center? Probably not. But if it's something that they need and it's at the right price and the right level of simplicity, then into Cisco Designed it goes.
That sounds great. And Sarah, your innovation talk earlier was about how Cisco's Design for Business is about connecting, computing, collaborating securely as well. So obviously security is a big part of that.
Security is massive.
Exactly. So what are some of the highlights and key takeaways from the keynote that you did? What do you want people to take away from that?
So I think take away two big things from that keynote. The first one is, as I said in the keynote, at no point when articulating that portfolio of all the things, we know all small businesses want to connect and secure and compute and collaborate.
Yeah.
And at no point when I articulated that portfolio did I have to leave Cisco and go to another vendor. It was all Cisco. And that's the first key takeaway, because there is no other vendor on the planet that can say that, or even do half of that, or even a quarter of it, frankly. So the power of Cisco is the fact that we can do all of it. And then the second key takeaway is that because we are a large technology vendor and we do have high market share, that's the value to the small business. It shouldn't be off-putting. I can understand why it might be off-putting to a small business, but actually it's the value, because all of these systems, the Meraki dashboard, the Meraki vision cameras, the Intersight, the Talos that I talked about, these are all huge analytics engines and dashboards sitting in the cloud, collating all that intelligence that goes into AI and machine learning. And the more that goes into it, the better it is. So because we have that massive market share that we do, because so many of our wonderful customers are so loyal to us and we have such great market share with them, because of that, our AI just keeps getting bigger and better, and our machine learning just keeps getting better. And so a small business customer who buys just one product from us can benefit from that intelligence. And they couldn't get that any other way. They couldn't buy it. They couldn't get it from a point vendor. They couldn't get it from a smaller vendor. So the key takeaway is almost buy from Cisco because we're big, even though you're small.
Yeah, and I might interject. Small companies get big. And again, we're calling them small, but it's really someone's vision, someone's passion. They're taking risks. They want to build a company. And so they don't think of themselves as small. They think of themselves as incredibly important, and we do too.
Yeah, we do.
We want to make sure that we can help them achieve their vision. And so if it's starting small and working your way up to levels of complexity with our dashboard, with our analytics, with our instrumentation, that's perfect for a business that's growing. And so we really want to make sure that we embrace them as a business where they've taken a risk and help them grow to wherever they want to be.
And you know, I find it really fascinating being here at Cisco Live Barcelona in 2020 and seeing some case studies, maybe around some of the bigger enterprise customers that we have, but it's amazing and fascinating to know that just even if you're an entrepreneur roaming around, you're a one-person business, there's something here for you that can actually help and make a big impact. So
there really is. And you know, I talked about app dynamics in the presentation, and just to drill a little more on that, because many small businesses, we talk about digitization, which is the concept of doing something you used to do with people, but doing it now on the web or doing it in an app. You used to bank in person in a branch, now you bank on an app or online. That's digitized banking. And you know, some of our small businesses are the leaders in that. They're the first to do that. Many small businesses, their business is an app. I use the example of a pizza delivery company, but there are many retailers, many different small businesses. And so you want to know how your business is running. You need to know how your app's running. You need to know, you know, in the pizza delivery example, which area of the city are people ordering the most pizzas from? Which flavors are most common in these areas? What's your delivery time like in different areas? And App Dynamics can give you all that insight precisely because you're on the internet. And so as you're walking around here as a smaller business, you may look at App Dynamics and think too complex for me, but actually some of this stuff is perfect for you. And just because someone is a smaller business, as I said in the presentation, you know, small means we need to be simple, but it isn't stupid. And just because you're a smaller business doesn't mean that you don't want that level of intelligence or clever products to help you run your business well.
Yeah, I mean, the fastest growing segment for cloud adoption is small business. They're the first to adopt. And so the reality is that Wi-Fi is their lifeline. The connectivity is everything for their business. If they're running instances of cloud services, they have to be connected. And there's sort of this new Maslow's hierarchy of needs: air, food, water, shelter, connectivity, secure connectivity, and collaboration. And I think that's what we bring to a small business.
And just to kind of wrap up on that, because you mentioned obviously some of the technologies, so we're adding some of the latest additions to the portfolio, the business wireless access points, the new Meraki Go, the new Catalyst 1K switch. So tell us a bit more about those technologies. Is there anything else that's really worth a mention?
So the new Meraki Go. So Meraki Go has been extended. So we have had Meraki Go wireless, which you configure on the app on your device. For a while, it's been extended to include switching and routing. The new access points are part of the on-prem Cisco portfolio. Great development, new hardware, smallest form factor, as I said, just in the right price range for that small business customer. So new access points launched there, and what's coming is that mobile app to manage them as well, so that's going to get better. And we will see more developments in that small business on-prem range throughout the course of the year as well, so look out for that with switching later in the year. The Catalyst 1K is an interesting one because many customers want that small business switch, right feature set, right price. Other customers still want that feature set, but they want the Catalyst brand. And so previously they were buying a switch called the 2960L, the Catalyst 2960L or the Catalyst 2960P.
Yep.
And that was due a hardware refresh. It needed a refresh. So we've upgraded that now. We've refreshed that to the Catalyst 1K. So the on-prem switching portfolio is Catalyst 9K, for our top-end range of switches, the Catalyst 1K, which is that lowest Catalyst enterprise-level switch for the smaller customer or mid-sized customer, and then as we go down, it's into then the small business premise switches, or if you want cloud, it's Meraki switching and Meraki Go. And so in that way, we've got a really nice, easy, simple chain, 9K, 1K, small business, Meraki and Meraki Go.
It sounds like small businesses are sports for choice with everything that Cisco's offering at the moment. Lots of exciting developments as well. So if people want to learn more and they're watching the broadcast at home, where should they go?
So you can obviously always Google and we'll route you that way, but if you go to cisco.com/smallbusiness, you'll get much more details on all the things I've talked about.
Great, well thank you both for joining me.
Thank you for the time.
And if you're here at the show, make sure you check out the Small Business Escape Room. Watch the space, we'll be right back.